As I approached the gates of the Taj Mahal, the air felt thick with history and emotion. The sight of the towering marble dome in the distance stirred something deep within me, a sense of reverence for the timeless love that had led to its creation. The crowds around me seemed to fade as I stepped closer, every footfall echoing the footsteps of countless others who had come before me to witness this marvel. Shah Jahan had built the Taj Mahal as a tribute to his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal, and that story lingered in the air like a soft whisper. I could almost imagine him walking these same paths, heart heavy with sorrow, yet determined to immortalize his love in stone. The walls seemed to pulse with the weight of that emotion, as though the building itself was alive with their undying bond. As I entered the main courtyard, the Taj stood before me in its full glory, bathed in the soft light of the afternoon sun. The white marble glistened like a pearl against the azure sky, delicate yet powerful. Every intricate detail, from the floral carvings to the Arabic calligraphy, felt like a love letter written in stone. I couldn't help but feel humbled by the sheer artistry and craftsmanship that had gone into its creation. Walking along the garden paths, I was struck by the symmetry of the entire complex. The perfectly aligned trees, the reflection pools mirroring the Taj in their clear waters, it was as though every aspect of the design had been meticulously planned to evoke a sense of balance and harmony. It felt as if the whole space was in perfect alignment with the heavens, a serene testament to eternal love. The sound of flowing water from the central fountain brought me back to the present. It said that Shah Jahan had envisioned these gardens as a representation of paradise, and standing here, I could see why. The lush greenery, the soft murmur of water, and the gentle fragrance of flowers created an atmosphere of peace. It was a place designed not just for the living, but for the memory of the departed, a bridge between two worlds. As I approached the mausoleum itself, the towering archways loomed above, each one inviting me into a deeper sense of wonder. The interior was cooler, the polished marble walls reflecting soft light. Inside, I found myself standing before the cenotaphs of Mumtaz Mahal and Shah Jahan, positioned side by side, eternally resting together. It was a simple yet profound sight, a quiet reminder that even in death, they were inseparable. The hall was filled with a silence that felt almost sacred. Tourists moved quietly, as though afraid to disturb the peace that seemed to envelop the space. I stood there for a long time, reflecting on the idea of love so powerful that it could transcend life itself, manifesting in a monument that would stand for centuries. As I stepped out of the mausoleum, the late afternoon sun was beginning to dip lower in the sky, casting a golden glow over the entire complex. The Taj Mahal seemed to shift with the changing light, its marble taking on shades of pink and orange, as if it were alive and breathing. It was a moment of pure magic, a fleeting but unforgettable transformation. Looking around, I couldn't help but feel connected to something greater. The Taj Mahal wasn't just a monument to a single love story, it was a symbol of the enduring power of love in all its forms. It reminded me that love, in its purest essence, could inspire the most extraordinary acts, and that its beauty could be captured in both the grandest and simplest gestures. I wandered back through the gardens, taking in the sight of the Yamuna River flowing peacefully behind the Taj. The river, like time itself, moved steadily forward, but the Taj remained still, defying the passage of centuries. It was as if this place existed outside of time, suspended in a moment of eternal grace. As dusk fell, the crowds began to thin, and I found a quiet bench to sit on. The Taj Mahal, now bathed in the soft hues of twilight, looked almost ethereal. The marble seemed to glow from within, as if illuminated by the love that had brought it into existence. I realized then that the true beauty of the Taj was not just in its physical grandeur, but in the emotions it stirred within all who came to witness it. I closed my eyes for a moment, listening to the quiet murmur of the evening. In my mind's eye, I could see Shah Jahan standing beside me, gazing at the monument he had built for his beloved. I imagined the pride and sorrow in his heart, knowing that while she was gone, their love had been immortalized in the most breathtaking way possible. As the first stars appeared in the sky, I took one last look at the Taj Mahal. It felt almost dreamlike now, a vision suspended between earth and sky. I stood up, my heart full, knowing that this visit had been more than just a journey to a famous site. It had been a pilgrimage to the heart of a love story that had transcended time. With a final glance, I walked toward the exit, the silhouette of the Taj fading behind me. But its memory stayed with me, a reminder of the enduring power of love, beauty, and the legacy that one man's devotion could leave behind for the world to marvel at.